I spawn in and get the devastating news that Bianca is dead, and 2 enclaves have collapsed. Wait, was that my fault? I'll be honest with you, I have no idea who Bianca is, but she can't have been worthy to the cause if she's died so soon. The army jump on the radio and basically let us know not to mess with them while they're doing their mission. They don't mention what that mission is, but they promise to shoot us thoroughly if we get in the way. Well, the army turn out to be massive pricks. Who'd have guessed it? I'm on the lookout for building materials so I can upgrade my infirmary. And let's be honest, the best place we can look for building mats is gonna be a building site. And thankfully I found 2 sack loads as well as a massive wrench. But that unfortunately is where everything goes horribly wrong. You see, the zombies in this game either have the nose of a bloodhound or the hearing of a hungover father on a Sunday morning when I'm just trying to watch cartoons. Jump out the window, love. Why wouldn't you jump out the window? Oh, I don't know, dickhead. Maybe the zombie trying to climb the other way through it?
I could use some food.
You could use some food, really? Now you want a snack? Of all the times to fancy a Big Mac, I'd say now has to be up there with one of the worst. The crowd grows quicker than my crypto losses, so I whip out the machine gun and go to town. But you blow up 1 head and 3 more just take its place. Everybody's dying. Ah, okay, including me apparently. Zombie horde, yeah, I know. I'm dealing with them. After being bitten more times than a Twilight fanfiction, oh, for Christ's sake, I decide to switch up the tactics. Get in the car. Get in the car, you prick. Honest to God, woman, do you want to be eaten? My plan is to use the car to thin out this giant horde that spawned. Okay, so that was my bad. But I have an tendency of erratic driving, which this game tends to punish. And if you're wondering why I haven't fully retreated yet, there's still 1 more building mat in that shed. For the most part, the car strat worked great. It certainly worked better than the button bash and pray tactic. Oh, crap. Luckily, I do manage to get enough space to gather the last supplies. Oh, crap. Will you fuck off? Honest to God. I don't remember the first episode being this difficult, I'll be honest with you. And with my life almost certainly shortened thanks to some nondescript blood disease, and only 20 minutes of my life wasted, I head back with the 2 building materials needed. Once I've dropped the mats off, I'm then able to upgrade the medical area. I'm then asked if I can go pick up the doctor from the Wilkinson's place. And you know me, I'm always happy to help out a fella in need. Oh, for Christ's sake. Unfortunately, it's well and truly stuck. There's simply no saving it. Or so you'd think, but like I've said previously, I'm an out-of-the-box kind of thinker. So I borrow a hatchback from a nearby neighborhood, then hit it at high speed to knock it free. Wait, is it blown up? Alright, okay, yeah, we won't be using that vehicle then. Okay, that's fair enough. Hatchbacks are more fun anyway, aren't they? So I head further up the mountain, but Lily turns into her usual nagging self.
Don't forget, you still need to go get Doc from the Barrett place.
Yeah, I'm literally heading there now, Lily. Jesus Christ, woman. Give me a chance. As I arrive, I notice a tall climby thing, and my gamer OCD says I gotta check that box. However, there was only 1 place to survey, and, well, that's the place I was going. Well, it was pointless coming up here, wasn't it? So I start chatting to the Wilkinsons, but it seems that Eli isn't in the best shape. That, has got nothing to do with me, of course. There happens to be a massive horde on the way to the Wilkinsons' house, and Mickey says he's happy to nail me to a tree and use me as bait. Instead, I decide to help him out by securing their home, then stealing all this special Molotovs. But it's not stealing if I use them for the good of mankind. Although I probably shouldn't use them this close to a wooden house. Baby. Oh wow, that is a cool firebomb. Unfortunately, it turns out these zombies are extremely agile. I missed my fireball. Influence gained. Sweet. Thankfully, the zombies make it easier for me by attacking in single file. That is until our first juggy boy rocks up to the front porch. In State of Decay 2, these are bullet sponging nightmares that will wreak havoc on your community. Can they be burned in this game? Oh. Okay, headshot, fine. Yeah, no problem. I like that idea. With the horde successfully fought off, we then go to check on Eli. But unfortunately, the doctor doesn't have good news. So I blow his face off. Okay, Eli is dead. Quite a significant head pop. Thankfully, the Wilkinson boys were downstairs and didn't see the mess I made, so I leave pretty sharpish. Who'd have guessed a point-blank 7.62 round would make such a bloody mess? So I head back to the church, and you'll be surprised to learn, for the most part, the car's still in working condition. The doc's then able to look at Eddie boy, and other than him being high as a kite on painkillers, he says he's going to be just fine. And seeing as the woman I've been playing with so far has been beaten within an inch of her life, I take over as Marcus, who has a really unique way of climbing through windows. Marcus spends the next few looting the neighborhood. Well, that is until he gets attacked by a massive horde. Thankfully, this being America, I found a frag grenade in a sock drawer. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you deal with zombie hordes. I then get word that we have a friend in trouble. Suppose I can go help a friend. But I can't even step outside the gate without getting nibbled on. For Christ's sake, why does this keep happening? Honest to God. Good things always happen to bad people. I mean, bad things always happen to good people. Shit, said the quiet bit out loud. For some reason, I decided to take the car that's fallen apart more than the zombies we've been killing all video. But at the end of the day, it's not the car you drive, it's the help you provide. Wait, I'm pretty sure I just run over the guy I was supposed to save. The car explodes, but at least I'm able to save the guy's life. I then become friends with the man I just ran over, and almost blew up. I decide my reward will be his car, and leave him stranded in the apocalypse. The only bastards back home always keep telling me I need to create more outposts, and tell me a better outpost than the local Mackie D's. Admittedly, I did have to shoot up the place first, but I'm sure the residents are used to it. Although even after making this place an outpost, certainly didn't make it any safer. I decide the best bet is to Scarpa, so I drop off some supplies back at home, then go and meet Sam because apparently someone's missing. I meet her at a soup kitchen and do my usual alpha thing of throwing myself through a double-paned window. She wants to look for some bloke named Andy, who hasn't been seen since everything kicked off. I'll be honest, I don't want to be that guy, but he's obviously no longer with us. Well, actually, he probably is, but not in a living capacity. He's not at the mechanics or gun shop, and unfortunately I couldn't possibly think of another place he could be. Well, other than his own home, I suppose. Ah, would you look at that? There he is. Machete goes slice slice, but at least me and Sam become BFFs. Friendship earned. Andy is dead. Andy is found, but Andy is also dead. Lily mentions on the radio some fellow survivors have been mugged and robbed by some thugs. We have no evidence for who could be behind this, but she wants me to go point fingers at the Wilkinson boys. But I suspect she may be bipolar.
You've been pushing yourself like crazy. Come home and get some rest.
No, Lily, you've been nagging, so I'll go get it done, alright? Even if it means I'm risking my life, and I may die and you may never see me again, just know it was your fault if I don't make it back. Okay? Lily wants me to accuse these boys, so I most certainly will, by driving at them at 35 miles an hour. But don't worry, they get their revenge. Oh my god, what the fuck? What did I hit? Did you just have a mine there? What the actual shit? I accuse them of being wrong-uns and, well, domestic terrorists. But they don't appreciate the accusations or going on a very long rant about being businessmen. If you steal a man's fish, he'll have nothing left to steal. But if you sell him a fish, he'll keep coming back to buy more. Or there was some bollocks like that, I'll be honest, I'm paraphrasing. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Sounds fair. I believe them, even if they did blow up my car. And seeing as they did blow up my vehicle, I think it's only fair if I borrowed one of theirs. If someone could let me know in the comment section how many vehicles I've gone through in this video, that would be great. Oh shit. Who'd have guessed, but a raw traffic collision mixed with a double zombie bite doesn't do great for your health. No! Marcus is able to shake this off and live to fight another day. So I get back to the church and park up nice and safely. We then chat to Jacob, who still doesn't know his fella's dead, and basically he wants to look for a new home, seeing as the church is getting rather cramped. Excuse me for being such a brilliant hero and saving everyone's life. Unfortunately, the place he wants to look at is on the other side of the map, and every time I go ever so slightly off-road, disaster strikes. I decided it would be best to take the road, aka the long way around. This might be the slowest car I've ever seen, ever. Although rather predictably I missed my turn and had to freestyle it right at the bloody end. But fair play to Marcus for safely rolling out of that fall. Okay, great, that wasn't, yeah. I even forgot to re-equip my melee weapon, so all I've got on me is my knife and a 5-shot revolver. Okay, and a cheeky Molotov or two. I'm a moron. So we get to the house that Jacob wanted to check out, and it turns out it's owned by a girl he used to go to school with. I'm not gonna lie, Jacob, that's proper creepy like. If I see you anywhere near her underwear drawer, I'm gonna shoot you in the back. We go to head inside, but it turns out someone else has been hiding out in this house. And the game gives us very subtle ways to let us know that he might not make it. For the second time today, I shoot an ill man in the face.
The hell was that?
Well, he was a zombie, don't have a go at me. Come on now, Jacob, was I not supposed to shoot the man that was going to eat our spleens in the face? Jacob's feeling a bit uneasy and wants us to leave the area and regroup nearby. So I borrow us a new car, then head over to a nearby warehouse. I don't have to make my decision now, but Jacob very much wants to move there because of the tree fort. I guess he decided he wants to walk back because suddenly I'm all alone. And this time I'm like, fuck it, we'll just go off-road. Obviously forgetting that the farmland is built like Fort Knox. Oh, yeah, forget about the Wakandan fences. I do manage to get access to the field and drive past a freshly crashed aircraft, but immediately get stuck on the other side of the field. I'm forced to retreat back to the road, but before I get there I notice a juggernaut just chilling in the hay. Can I take out the juggernaut with a car? It turns out I can floor in with the back of my pickup, but to finish the job I need to double tap. Although this does leave the car in a less than desirable shape. I definitely need to get back to the road, I think. But progress is slow when you've only got 2 wheels. But luckily I find an identical truck just around the corner. But while I'm on my way back, back, Autumn's radioed out and asked for assistance. She wants to take down an armoured Z to try and make the area safer, and obviously I'm more than happy to help. There's apparently one hiding out in this shed, but everything goes terribly when I kick in the door. My teammate must have been right behind me because she grapples the zombie. My bullets just bounce off his massive head, so I go for something that's a little heavier. Oh wait, oh, trust lost because I set her on fire. Oh, but I did the mission. But after looking back at the game tape, I'd say I'm chatting at the shit, as Autumn actually took the zombie out by herself, even though I did very little work and, well, actually set her on fire. Surprisingly, she's super nice about it. But the last thing we want is anyone finding out that I was a little heavy-handed with the Molotovs. But unlucky for me and luckily for her, she's extremely agile. And then for what feels like the 100th time, I get my car stuck. I want to say this serves me right, and Autumn's been a proper petty bitch about it and doesn't even offer to push me out. So I'm making sure to take all of my shit out of the boot when Lily jumps on the radio once more.
Have you had a chance to check out that weird army thing yet?
No, Lily, I haven't, okay? I've been busy saving everybody else. But it just so happens I was walking past it at that exact moment. The army have captured 2 civilians, and if you remember the radio message from earlier, they said they'd thoroughly shoot anyone who got in their way. So I grab the popcorn and wait for the 3 snuff film. But it looks like this sergeant is afraid of civilian casualties and lets them run off into the night. What a massive pussy. I protest like the French and try to burn the nearest authority alive. Unfortunately, it seems they have trust issues. Are they allies, really? I thought the army were bad guys. I decide to try and find those survivors and track them down to a nearby house. I find them cowering in the dark, and it seems my aggressive stance is rubbing off on Marcus.
I got these assholes!
But he then immediately softens up and offers them a place to stay. So I drive them back to the church, where we shall all live happily ever after.